Black Knight by Deep Purple. This is one of the essential riffs at intermediate level 1, primarily because it uses this E minor pentatonic scale, moving up to this middle octave. I have a tube screamer on my sound to make it kind of squashy. You tend to need a booster pedal or something in front of your amp to get that kind of crunchy sound. Other than that, I'm just on the crunch setting. That's my clean tone, as it were, or just the crunch setting on the Boss Katana. These notes are 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7. And this is all using E minor pentatonic. This is our E octave note which centers this riff. And also the bass line that starts this song goes 7, 5, 7, 3, which is well worth knowing because it goes in a triplet pattern. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A great picking exercise, but it also tells you that this song has a triplet groove to it. And if we just look at the tab for a second, 136 BPM and 2 eighth notes equal 1 whole note and 1 half note, or an eighth note. So therefore, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. That's what that means. It's not every time 1 and 2 and 3 is written, the rhythm is with a bounce to it, and it gives it this swing, kind of like a blues shuffle. And the other thing is we'll probably need a rolling technique to play 7 to 7 on string 5, then string 4. You can do that with your little finger if you prefer, but that tends not to be how we do it, and especially to play something like, you know, Whole Lot of Rosie. It's done with tip of the third finger, flatten off that third finger. That's how we get these two notes not ringing out over and into each other. That's not what we want. It's one note, then the other. Rolling technique's how we do it. Recap over that riff. 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 3, 4. That alone is one of the essential riffs from intermediate level 1. The rest of this song, to get all the fancy bits in the chorus, is very much kind of grade 3 stuff, which isn't until level 3. So you don't need to master all of this song to pass level 1, as it were. You just need to get that riff with the vibe of the original. However, I want to make sure I teach this full song, and being aware of this shows you where you're going as kind of breadcrumbs. But just to be aware, all the little lead parts I play in this, they are much higher level than just this riff alone. But the verses are quite easy. It just goes 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, and repeats that. This is on the beat and then on the ands, and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And therefore, why not play down, up, 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 just like we would with strumming. You could add a root note underneath that. Or some people, of course, would play that as power chords. But we only need to play the single note. as is written on the tab, which is linked to below. Then we get to the chorus section, which is a little bit trickier because we have this slide, which moves us out of position, and then we slide back, but it does move us to 9th fret, slide back, and we have this hammer-on flick-off combo. And then again, so that was a pick, flick-off, hammer-on, flick-off, pick, hammer-on, flick-off. So I'm not picking every note. Then we have to slide down to 3rd fret with the first finger, and this kind of move, going octave to octave, great technique, grade 3 marker point, going from octave to octave with one finger. It is required for some of these songs and riffs. Then we jump up to the E minor pentatonic shape 1. This bit is pretty tricky, but it's got a couple of very cool kind of Chuck Berry or Angus Young style licks. So that is 14 twice, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12. Whammy bar if you got it, or you can just give it some vibrato. Then again, a very Highway to Hell. Same licks used in Highway to Hell. 14 bent up. And then we go down to a power chord, 7/5. Hammer on, power chord, 5/3. Power chord, and it's a B. So putting it all together from the chorus section, slow play through. In the second chorus, there's a slightly different lick that leads up to that second chorus after. We have, that is 14 twice, 12, 14, 14 with a bend up, and then twice going 14, flick off, pick. So it's twice through, 14, flick off, pick. And this is where we have to do that rolling technique again, but we do a flick off with that rolling technique. 14, flick off, pick, flatten 3rd finger, flick off. That index finger has to mute string 4, sorry, and string 2 for this to work. That's the technique you need to get down. And then there's some crazy solos and lots of effects pedals stuff, which is a bit higher level. Phenomenal playing from Richie Blackmore, what a player, and one of the most incredible riffs of all time. So learn this song, but remember all those riffs, many of them are at a higher level than even grade 3. There's a couple of bits there that are really pushing grade 3, to be honest with you. But great to learn them. No need to nail them. Be aware of them. Add them to your practice routine. And you'll get them over time. This stuff is stuff you have to refine over time and keep coming back to. And remember, if you keep circling back to things like hammer-ons, string bending, vibrato, all this kind of stuff, you're not starting from the beginning every time. You're actually, if it feels like you're going round in a circle, you're not going round in a circle and going back to the same point. You want to always be adding to that circle, adding to your technique, and moving in a forward or upward direction. They're my tips for today. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.